welcome to another Rise of Kings video. I've got so many exciting things to talk about. First, I'm just going to go over my kingdom really quick. We actually are finally about to get our first big migration wave. I won't talk too much about it, but I'm very excited. I think it's going to really propel us towards the star, which is a little bit unfortunate because the star can damage your growth a lot as a kingdom, since you can't get any big players in, until you get the temple, and then even then it's limited. But regardless, it's pretty exciting. And next, I just want to talk a little bit about some of the basic numbers and stats of my account. So we're going to look at the speed ups and whatnot first. You'll see that resource wise, I was kind of struggling. I still am struggling, but I'm saving up a bit. Speed ups, you'll notice that my training is very low. That's a little bit unfortunate, but regardless, it's not too important to me. I have a lot of time before I need to train. Don't even have my tier 4, which I'll talk about shortly. But if you'll notice here, I have 3 days each of building and research. So 78 days of universals. So I'm starting to do really well. I also have 22 pick whatever I want 3 hours. So this is pretty strong. On my main, I always choose healing before even thinking about it to make sure I use it properly rather than get influence and use it for training. But yeah, you can see that I'm doing pretty well. The gear I will show off as well, because why not? So I currently have crafted 3 pieces. I have the gatekeepers and 2 windswept pieces. It's pretty good. I can refine more. I can craft a lot more. As you can see, I'm getting blueprints. I've got materials. I'm doing pretty well here actually on materials. But I don't really want to use up my gold because I want to keep my research pumping. And with that said, you'll see here that I am done with engineering and math, so I've kind of taken a step back on this stuff. But I am pushing now a little bit more of my military tech to get at least these 3 unlocked, because you really want to get that passive training going ASAP. And that's kind of my goal. I've got this timed right now to be for an event, but we'll see what happens with that. And it's all going pretty well. I'm pretty happy with it. VIP, I'm a little bit behind. I really wanted VIP 10 by now, but it is what it is. I'm gonna keep chugging along with that. And then the really hard decision I have is still within my commanders. So talking about Martel versus Thutmose, which you saw in the thumbnail probably, you can see I got so crazy lucky on my commanders. Martel with 0 universals is sitting at 5 111, but with some extra heads. So you can see I also don't really have many universals, so it kind of balances out. If this was my spender back in the day, it'd be pretty crazy how well off I'd be. But I'm still in a great position, and it also sets me up well with Martel because of MGE. So if I get placements in our MGEs when we have them fixed, I can really pump it up. But even if I don't, and I only get 5-10 sculptures each time or something, obviously that's hard to do, but I can do that. I know how to push it properly even as a free-to-play. But getting him to 5511 is a massive thing for a free-to-play, especially if I don't have to use many gold heads. But what the game keeps tempting me with is I keep getting Thutmose. So you can see I'm almost also at 5111 on Thutmose. And well, like I said, it's much easier to get Martel heads. He's also further along. I really would love to do Thutmose because he's a lot more original, and archers are just more of a unique unit in KvK 1, as well as just a good investment nowadays due to QSH, so I could have the gear set going for him. And yes, I've been crafting a bit, but this wasn't too expensive, and it wouldn't really be a big deal if I just leave this on not archers, because obviously it doesn't have that, but on my peacekeeper and made like revival set basically. That wouldn't be a big deal. You can see my Aethels coming along, pretty content with that. But yeah, I mean, all signs are telling me that I should do Martel. It's going great, but I really do want to do that Thutmose. But it's okay. Sun Tzu, also expert now. Bjorn is getting there, but it's very much so up in the air what I'm going to do. So again, I'm definitely more in that saver mindset right now. I'm not really pushing anything. I could finish these just so I have more passive troops gaining, but it's not really that much of a big deal. There are some unfortunate things. Like I've gone 11 of these damn deceptive troops, which burns your soul each time you get them. Is what it is. Not a big deal. I'm still free to play. Obviously should have showed that off. But yeah, so there's not a ton going on, but there's just a lot of good common stuff going on. Got good migration coming in. Tier 4 is about to be done. Then I'll get the others done soon after. I'm debating, honestly, just saving like tons of resources and speed ups and doing a massive push once we have title and everything. Very likely that I do that at this point, but I do need to get my farm continued as well as my resources getting better. But yeah, so speed up's doing great. 80 days, I believe I said, right? Almost 80 days. That's really good. I'm pretty happy with that. And the equipment's coming along. I'm getting that there. These aren't really worth anything. But yeah, and then Martel's great. So good position for my account. Super content. If you enjoyed this really smaller update video while we continue for a larger video coming up, I do have some really exciting stuff for free-to-plays coming up, which I'm going to be super excited about posting. And I really hope that you all tune in for it. It's going to be a lot of work and collaboration with my kingdom. So yeah, I will see you there. Leave a comment, a like, and subscribe.